We stopped at the Premier Inn at the North Terminal. We're now on the monorail over to the South Terminal. That is where BA flights depart from. And that is the first thing you need to know about a British Airways holiday, is that their bases are either in Heathrow or Gatwick. So if you're based in the south, you're pretty blessed. If you're based in the north, not so much. Now, we did do the evening bag drop or twilight check-in, whatever you want to call it. We did that last night, and BA offer that from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. And I'm kind of glad we did, because it's starting to get a little bit busy. Okay, gate has been called. Gate 35 it is, so off we go. There she is.
Do we sit in the pit?
We are on, we are boarded, we are good to go. Are you good to go, Ava?
Yes.
Brilliant. There was a slight delay for pushback, but nothing too bad, so we will catch you in the air. Ava's just having a quick look at the food options. What we got, Ava? We've got some breakfast bits there. A croissant.
Yeah.
Range of sandwiches and pasta. Pollen and Grace. Whatever they are. Oh, superfood salad. Superfood boxes, nice. A few other snacky bits, if it tickles your fancy. Here's your drinks. So all the usual stuff, really. Well, that looks good. That does look good. That is a red velvet cookie. Might have to partake in one of them over.
Yeah.
And I think that's your lot, isn't it?
Yeah. The rest of it is like duty-free stuff.
Duty-free stuff. And you have ordered a toasty. That doesn't look cooked, Ava. What's the cheese looking like? Is it nice and melted? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Give us your verdict. How is it? Good?
Yeah.
Look at that for a view.
The British restaurant.
Good news, security took about 2 minutes. I don't think I've ever got through security so quick in all my life. So we're at the baggage claim, getting the bags, and then we're going to catch the transfer. But there's just something I want to say about the transfer first, because you don't get that included with the BA holiday. That's one thing that you do not get included. So I'll just run through that when we've collected our cases. Hello, we are at the airport, we have collected the cases, and we are now in the transfer. Now, as I said previously, you do not get transfers included in BA package holidays. You can add them when you're booking the package, but it's generally a little bit expensive. So we use a company called Suntransfers, and we've done that for the last couple of years now. I've left a link down in the description should you wish to try them out. They do operate all over Europe, and they are very, very reasonably priced and reliable. And because there is 8 of us, we have got ourselves a very nice little minibus. I think it's a Mercedes-Benz, no less. And this one's cost us about €163, I think, which, if I'm right in thinking, is about £140. And we've split it between the two families, so 70 quid, not bad at all. If we'd have booked through BA when we were booking the holiday, it would have been probably close to double that. I believe it's about a 40-minute drive up to the DB Seabank to Malta Bay, where we're going to be stopping. We will see you in a little while. So here we are at the hotel. The sky is blue, the sun is out, the sea is looking absolutely glorious. It's absolutely buzzing. I'm going to leave it here today because it's been a long day. We're going to go and chill out, have a couple of drinks, get some dinner, and we shall see you tomorrow. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to Valetta Bay and welcome to the Seabank Resort and Spa. Now, I've already done the introduction, but I just wanted to let you know very quickly that I have split this video into chapters. And the reason for that is because it's almost like a 3-in-1 type of video, if you will. The first thing, and the main crux of the video, I guess, is to understand what it's like to travel with British Airways on a holiday package. The second thing is I'll be doing a full review of the hotel where we're staying. And the third thing is that there's almost an integrated vlog element to it as well, where I'm going to try and get across to you guys what it's like to spend time here as a family for the next 2 weeks. And with that in mind, as I say, the chapters are down at the bottom, so if there's any part of the video that you want to skip, or if I'm getting too boring, then you can just get to the part that you want to get to. But before we dive into the holiday, let me just quickly talk about the way that BA Holidays work. BA do not have any staff in any hotel in any country across the world. All they essentially do is provide you with the flight and they provide you with the hotel. But what they do is communicate to you through emails. And in the run up to the trip, I received 5 emails altogether. Each one gave me clear, useful information. And then I even received a WhatsApp message 24 hours before the departure, giving me details of their 24-hour contact helpline. But overall, I'd say the communication has been detailed, well-timed, but more importantly, reassuring as well. And it's given us the confidence to know that everything was organised properly before we left. So my overall aim is to give you as much detail as possible while keeping the balance and the flow correct. But first things first, let's go take a look at the room and the hotel grounds. Come on. Hello everybody, here we are in the room. So let's take a look at what the DB Seabank family room has to offer. Now, when we walked in, the first thing that struck us was the feeling of space and airiness, and I think there's 2 reasons for that. One, because the entirety, or not quite the entirety actually, but 99% of the room is painted and furnished in white with some blue accents. And also the fact that we've got 2 rooms in one big room, if you like. So we've got the kids that are sleeping in here, you've got this partition wall with the partition door, which is really handy, and then myself and Claire are sleeping in the far room there. But the kids themselves have got their own TV with some storage drawers, 2 chairs should they wish to use them. Whether they will or not, I don't know. Single beds in here. I mean, they're not the best in the world, to be honest. I mean, they're quite cheap, but you know, they've slept pretty well on them. They've also got some extra storage on a bedside table there. Just if you didn't know, when you come to Malta, it's all 3-pin plugs, so you don't need to bring any travel adapters at all. This is definitely new, that lampshade. I've never seen this before in my life. Air conditioning unit complemented with a fan. First time I've ever seen that, but hey, it seems to work. And as we move into myself and Claire's section of the room, we've got the same styling throughout. So we've got the wood, that is wood panelling I believe, very beachy, beach vibes in this room, and the same lampshades as well. So that all looks really good. I do like it. I do like it a lot. 2 bedside tables, and that is the other thing I was going to say. You will notice that I'm doing this as we've essentially moved into the room, and the reason I've done that is because I wanted to kind of demonstrate the amount of storage that you have, because normally when we're on holiday, when we're living in the room, there's normally stuff everywhere and you can't keep on top of it, but here you've got a place for everything and everything in its place. So it's always kept really tidy, which I like a lot. More storage for us there. So I've managed to get all my things in drawer number 1 and drawer number 2. Claire's got her stuff in there. She's decided to put all her lotions and potions on there, which is fine. We've got the similar size TV. I think it is the same size TV, different brand, but same size. What I didn't mention actually is the fact that it's a smart TV. So Netflix, YouTube, Google Play and Prime Video should you wish to log on and watch. The connection isn't fantastic, but I've tried it and it is watchable. These chairs and table are definitely new. They look like they haven't been used at all. And then we've got a huge round mirror, almost like a ship's porthole there. Very nautical. So we've got a combination, hello everybody by the way, got a combination of beach and nautical styling. And why not? It works. Got the trusty telephone of course as well, which does what it does. Now, more storage up here. You'll see as I open this, we've managed to put all our cases up there. Sun cream, tanning oil, all that gubbins there. Tea and coffee making facilities there, which is nice, so that's hidden away as well, so I think that also helps. And then in the bottom, we've got a fridge. There's nothing in it. I've already looked, so I'm not going to show you. But it doesn't actually kick out that much cold air, so it's not great. We've got another mirror here. Hello again. And then the bathroom. Got these rivets around the door frame again. And the bathroom itself isn't massive, but it does the job it's intended, of course, and that's what I always say about a bathroom. It's not somewhere I spend a lot of time, so I don't necessarily need it to be of a great size. It just needs to do the basics it needs to do. Bath with a shower over the top with the bar shower there, should you wish to do your body separately. Somewhere to put all your shampoos and conditioners. Nice sink, the towels underneath, and all the girls' copious amounts of beauty products underneath. I swear to God, that must take up about a third of the baggage weight. And then another hairdryer that nobody ever likes to use. It's normally quite rubbish apparently. Toilet, an interesting little table for the toilet roll. Across from the bathroom, another set of storage. Massive, huge wardrobes I should say. Loads of room for hanging, loads of room for putting additional stuff at the bottom, and an extra shelf at the top where I think that's Lacey's, where she's just stuffed a load of clothes up there. And then the kids have used this to put all their stuff in. And there we go. Check this out. Look at this view. Wow. If you are a fan of walls, then room 2418 at the DBC Bank is the room for you. As far as the balcony goes, you've got your standard 2 chairs and a table. You've got your hanger dryer thing there. I don't know what you would call it. And then I thought this was fake foliage as well. I thought these were fake plants, but they're actually real. Look at that there. We've just about got a sea view, but we are also right next to the road as well. So not fantastic, but in reality, it's not much of a problem. Plan of action now is to get to know the resort a little bit better, and then tomorrow I will give you a full tour of the hotel and its facilities. So I'll see you then. But as I said before, do stick around to the end of this video because there are some interesting things that come about from taking a BA holiday. Right, let's have a look round this hotel. From here you can see it is in a prime location, just steps away from the Mediterranean Sea, Malta Bay and the beach. Heading inside, we're now in the main reception area, and as you come through the doors, the check-in area is over on the left, and you'll also spot a whole collection of awards the hotel has picked up over the years from various different companies. I think this space actually is really light and airy, and it gives you a really good first impression as you walk in. On the right hand side, you'll find the Il Punent Bar. Now, this opens daily from 4 p.m. until midnight, but just to note, children are not allowed in here after 6:30 in the evening. It is a great spot to grab a drink, however, either before or after dinner, and it's got a nice, relaxed atmosphere and also some outdoor seating if you prefer to sit outside, of course. On the opposite side, over to the left, there's a desk where you can book tours, hire a car, or even buy photographs taken by the in-house photographers who you'll often see around during the day and the evening. This is also where you'll find the main Coral Buffet restaurant too. You'll notice signs throughout the hotel advertising an upgrade to All-Inclusive Plus at just under €25 per person per day. It does give you a few extras, but honestly for me, I don't think it was worth the additional cost. Overall, it's actually really nice, well-presented reception area that sets the tone for the hotel. And right at the back, you'll find details of the weekly entertainment schedule before heading out to the main pool area. So now we're outside of the main pool area, which really feels like the nerve centre of the whole hotel, and pretty much everything is connected to this space. Down the stairs on the right, you'll find the Laguna shop, which is well stocked with essentials, souvenirs, pool bits and pieces, that kind of thing. And actually, the prices aren't too bad at all, and we'll come back to that in just a moment. You'll notice more All-Inclusive Plus signs around here trying to tempt you into upgrading, and right beside them is the outdoor seating for the Asian restaurant. Over on the right hand side is the indoor pool and kids splash pool, and directly opposite that is the dome bar and of course the dome itself, which is where the evening entertainment takes place. Heading up the stairs on the right takes you to the adults only pool, anyone aged 16 or over to be exact. It's actually a really chilled out spot, and I have to admit I would have liked to have spent a little more time there. There's even a swim up bar, and just beyond that is the main pool, which I'm told is the largest in Malta. One thing you'll notice straight away is how close the sunbeds are to one another. The good news is that there are actually plenty of them, so you really never struggle to find one. But being so tightly packed does make it feel a little bit crowded, and it can cause some issues with oversized parasols. If one family wants to shade and the others don't, you might end up either in the sun when you don't want to be, or missing the sun when you do. It's just something to be aware of, but on the plus side, there's also plenty of covered seating if you prefer to stay out the sun. On the upper level is another pool. At first, we thought this was reserved for All-Inclusive Plus guests, but it isn't. It's only slightly quieter than the main pool, but still a nice alternative. And at the back here, you'll also find the so-called All-Inclusive Plus Lounge. In reality, I don't think I saw a single person in there during our stay, which probably tells you what most people think of the upgrade value. Now, back down onto the lower level, you'll find showers if you want to rinse off, and they're actually warm, which is a nice touch. The side of the pool has a split multi-level terrace. We did use this area at first, but found it a bit cramped and later moved back over to the upper pool area. The artificial grass here can also get really hot, so bear that in mind. In total, there are 3 levels to choose from, should you wish. On the far left of the second level is the kids' pool, complete with a couple of slides, which are great for the little ones to enjoy. Now behind that runs a path stretching the full length of the pool area. Walking up takes you to what looks like an outdoor function area, and a little further along is a bigger space that seems to serve the same purpose. Heading down the other way takes you down to the hotel's outdoor sports facilities. There's a small crazy golf course, a beach volleyball court, and a beach football pitch, and archery just beyond that. I did fancy a kickabout on the football pitch, but you will find that the sand gets too hot during the day. Back near the Dome Bar, you'll find the Laguna restaurant. This is handy because it serves a late breakfast from 10 a.m. and light snacks between 4 and 5 p.m. And in the evenings is home to the Rodizio restaurant. Heading back towards reception, hang a left and down the set of stairs brings you to the shop I mentioned earlier. Along with all the essentials, this is also where you pick up and exchange your pool towels, though you do need to leave a €5 deposit for each one. Next door is the spa and the hotel gym. The gym opens 24 hours a day. It isn't huge, but the equipment is in decent condition and actually is fairly modern. And finally, at the very front of the hotel, you'll find the sports bar and the Salia Italian restaurant. You can, of course, access them from inside the hotel, but both also have their own entrances from the street for non-guests. Now, within the local area, there isn't a massive amount to do. However, there is, opposite the hotel, this stunning little beach, which is Malta Bay. It does get very, very busy, especially at weekends. A lot of locals come down here. And that over there is the bay itself. As you walk up, just past this bus stop up the hill, you've got a Starbucks, you've got a beach club, and you've got a Japanese restaurant as well. If you wanted to get into the actual town itself, it's about a 2.5 kilometre walk all the way up the hill, and you can see the actual town of Malta just perched up on the hill there. If you do want to go into Malta town and you don't want to walk, it is quite a steep hill up there. You can get the bus which stops opposite the hotel. It's just 2 or 3 stops up, and the stop that you want to get off is Adenau, and it only takes about 4 or 5 minutes to get up there. When you're up in the town, you've got a beautiful church, but also very interestingly, and something which I'm very interested in, is the World War II shelters. And they were constructed with pickaxes by hand during 1942 and the Battle of Malta during World War II. And it just gives you a little snapshot into what life was like during that time. Really interesting. Claire's just gone for a little paddle over there. It just gives an idea of how shallow it is as well. You can see people standing. So it does go out for quite a way. And it does remain very, very shallow. Ideal for the kids. I'm just going to hand you over to Claire because she's come down in suitable attire. I haven't, so I've just come from the gym. So can you just go out and have a walk around the water, show how clear it is?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Right, we're back from the beach. We're now going to go and continue to top up the tan. What I am doing at this moment in time is compiling a list of different things which I think would be useful to know if you're going to come on holiday here to the DB Seabank. So I will continue to compile that list, and when I've got enough information, I will pick up with you in the next couple of days and go through it with you. So, see you shortly. Right, we've been at the hotel a few days now, and I've just put down a few things. I've noted them down on my phone as I've been going along, so excuse me because I'm going to read off it. First one is water in the room. If you want fresh water, there is no bottled water. What they do is leave you a jug in the room. Then there are water dispensing units out in the corridor, so you have to go out and refill the jug as and when you need, which I think is a great idea, because I don't think there's anything worse than plastic bottles of water all over the place. Number 2 is breakfast and lunch can get quite busy at peak times, and you can end up queuing sometimes. Just be aware of that one. I've noted down here that breakfast is usually from about 9 a.m. and lunch is between 1 and 2 p.m. So what I would suggest is either go early or go a little bit later. Number 3, the hotel do let people book day passes, which is fine, but it does make it a little bit busy if the hotel is already busy, if that makes sense. Number 4, I would definitely suggest that you book the a la carte restaurants as soon as you check in. Now, you are allowed 1 visit per week to each one, which I think is quite good actually. We're here for 2 weeks, so we've been able to visit, or we should be able to visit each one twice. Now, the Italian, Salia or Salia, I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, is very, very difficult to get in. And again, I think that is because they allow walk-ins off the street. It's located at the front of the hotel, and they have got boards out on the street advertising the restaurant. So it does make it a little bit tricky to be able to get availability for that specific restaurant. The other ones are generally okay to book, so you should have no issue with that. There is the Italian, which is Salia, as I've said. You've got Levant, which is the Mediterranean. You have the Jungle restaurant, which clues in the name. It's jungle themes with lots of animals and trees and leaves hanging down, and that serves Tex-Mex kind of cuisine. There's El Rodizio, which is the Brazilian barbecue, which will be coming up shortly. Finally, you've got L'Urgent, I think I've pronounced that correctly, which is the Asian restaurant, which we've already been to, and it's actually really good. And number 5, this is another one just to be aware of. The hotel has only got 1 main pool bar, and this again can get very busy, especially sort of mid-morning when everybody's kind of migrating down from breakfast down to the pool. There's a bar also at the adult pool, but obviously that doesn't really help if you've got kids and are here as a family. So that's 5 things to know so far. If there's anything else, I'll let you know as we go along. But in the meantime, let's go and take a look at what it was like to spend a bit of time by the pool. This is some seriously intense heat. I'm gonna have to go and jump in the pool for sure. Right, let's do this. This artificial grass is really hot. Be sure to wear suitable footwear. Oh, that is good. That is good. What's going on, gang?
Oh, it's lovely, man.
You loving it?
You can't beat it, can't ya?
That little guy's crazy. Get off me! Elliot, throw your brother, mate. Right, Jack, show us your best backflip in the water or back somersault, whatever you want to call it.
Sure thing.
Go on then. Do you know what I'm looking forward to the most, Claire, in the next couple of years?
Oh my God.
When we can sack the kids off and come on holiday on our own. This hotel is meant to have, I believe, the biggest swimming pool in Malta, or one of the biggest swimming pools in Malta. But because it's so busy, it doesn't actually seem that big at this moment in time. Elliot, you got anything to say? Like and Sorry, I didn't catch that, mate.
Like and subscribe.
Actually, yeah, do that. Okay, we're going to go and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. We will catch you later for dinner at El Rodizio. Evening folks, it's Rodizio time, Brazilian barbecue. But what am I expecting? 4-star all-inclusive Rodizio? We shall see. One thing I'm not expecting, however, is the finest cuts of fillet and sirloin beef. But who knows, I might be pleasantly surprised. But I don't think I will. Right, here we go. Thank you. Let's go, Ava. This corridor is still like a greenhouse. I need to do something about that, get some blinds on it or something. I do believe the restaurant's at the front left of the hotel. Evening. Look how busy that beach is. Still at 6:30. Look at the traffic. I got that one completely wrong, Jack. It's not at the front of the building. It's in the other restaurant. How did I get that wrong?
No, I think you might have to.
This is nice, isn't it, Terry?
Oh, is that chimichurri? Right, state of play is we go up for the starters, which is salad, if I'm right in thinking, or whatever you want, I think. There's a load of stuff up there, and then they bring the meat over, which is how I'm used to a Rodizio working. So we'll see what it's like. I'm just following you, Lacey. Lead the way. Hello.
We've got a Swiss roll back there. I'm going to get a bit exotic and try this.
Brazilian shrimp and mango salad.
I actually want to go to Brazil.
This all looks actually really good.
Let's try a bit of everything, you know. I'll give her a review.
I would like to hear your review on it, Lacey. Bit of cheese, mate. Very nice.
Isn't that them got?
Yeah, have some of that, thank you.
Yeah, please. Cheers.
There's some more hot bits outside.
These three, okay?
Okay, quick one. Right or not?
I'll skip the feijoada, thank you. I've had that before and was not a fan. I'll have a jalapeno cheese popper, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What's that?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Chicken with bacon.
Yeah. Oh no! Not very good at this.
Alright, you can give us a plate.
Just to hold it, Terry, while doing it.
I know. Well, credit where credit is due. That was actually a lovely meal. The meat was of a great quality. The sides were really tasty, and the salad was, well, a salad, but it was very nice. Right, we've just had a couple of drinks at the bar. We are now off to bed. Catch you all later. Good morning. It is breakfast time. Right, we are heading down to the Coral Restaurant. They start serving breakfast from 7:30 a.m. There is also a later breakfast which you can get at the Laguna restaurant, which runs till about 11, I believe. But let's go and check this out, see what it's like. As always with these things, I'm going to try and get down there for when it opens, because I think there's a balance between trying to get the content that I want to share with you guys, but also not be a complete disrespectful idiot either, and try and weave in and out of people trying to film food and other such things. There's a porridge Ava.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Average.
Yeah.
The bacon is good. The scrambled eggs are good. And by all accounts, the kids and Claire have had pancakes, and they are also very good.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Happy days. Good afternoon. Here we go then. Sunset cruise over to Camino, the Blue Lagoon and Gozo. Looking forward to this one. I say I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the boat part because I do have a love-hate relationship with seafaring vessels, as I do get very seasick on them. But I've had a travel sickness tablet, so hopefully all will be well. And because we're in Valetta Bay, which is on the northern part of Malta, it's only about a 20-minute boat ride across to where we need to be. Fingers crossed. these are the guys that we're going with. So yeah, we're here. And just going to be going around here. So pretty short trip, luckily for me.
I'm about to get that one TikTok still. I'm about to get that one TikTok still.
How
At the front of the box.
talk the same day?
I was saying this earlier, I don't know. YMCA.
Go on, Georgia. Tablets seem to be doing the job. All good.
Look how busy it is on hobby.
Here we are then. Well, we booked the evening cruise or the sunset cruise because we thought it was going to be a little bit quieter than what it would be during the day. However, it is still absolutely packed. Look at this. Absolutely heaving. The guys just threw a load of bread in, so all the fish have come to play. Should we have a go, Ava?
I'm not jumping in.
What are you going to do then?
Walking.
Walking. You're going to do it sensibly.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, here we go then. I'm not jumping in, by the way. Oh, it's cold. Hello.
Just stop.
Not sure if you could see anything then. All that swimming around is hungry work. Just gonna go up and get something to eat. There's a whole raft of kiosks and such like up here, so I don't know what the pricing is like. Hopefully it's not too much of a tourist trap. One thing you do have to do when you come onto Camino is download a QR code. It's like a landing pass. It's easy enough to do. You can either do it when you book your trip, or it looks like you can do it when you're here. Yet another wristband to add to the two that I've already got. You love a wristband in Malta. I'm fancying a burger. Barbecue chicken and bacon baguette. Actually, to be honest, that is not too badly priced. And just like that, it is time to go. Here we are back on dry land then. There was two things about that, one positive, one negative. The positive was I didn't throw up, so that was a win. The negative was that I don't think you got enough time at the Blue Lagoon. Obviously it was a sunset cruise, so kind of time limited. So I would say if you were going to do it and wanted to do it properly, then I would do the full day instead. We also thought by going in the evening it would be a little bit quieter, but I don't think it was. It may have been marginally, but it was still really busy. So we've made it back to the restaurant. It's an Italian night tonight at the buffet. Happy days. We will catch you in a couple of days' time for another trip. This time we're off to Valletta. So we'll see you then. Good morning everyone, it's another beautiful day in Malta and another day where I feel like I'm going to melt into one big human puddle on the floor. Hopefully that won't happen because today we're off to Valletta, you're coming with us, let's go.
Is that in Malta?
90 bus stops and an hour and a half later we're now in Valletta at the piazza. The bus was meant to be air conditioned, but it didn't particularly feel air conditioned, so I think the first thing we're going to do is get a drink because I am parched. Well, we're all parched to be honest. Right, let's go exploring. A couple of facts about Valletta then. It was completed in 1566 after the siege in 1565. It's the smallest capital in the EU by both area and population. And the peninsula that it's built on is only 1 kilometre long and 600 metres wide. So as a World UNESCO Heritage Site, it's extremely compact. This floor is really slippy. One thing I've noticed is that the demographic of Malta, certainly here in Valletta, is actually quite young. I always thought traditionally that Malta was more for the older generation. Things are clearly changing. We were going to go into St John's Cathedral, but maybe we'll try again later. The buildings here are absolutely stunning. Somewhere to cool off, should you want to. Some very posh looking eateries as well. Right, time for some lunch.
Just have a moment.
Please don't show Elliot
That'll do nicely. We're sat in the middle of the street. Very good on the first one.
I'd rather have gone out to sea.
I nearly got took out by the Malta fun train. Decent scran that. Nice burger, nice pizza. It was nice pasta as well, by all accounts. We're now going to head down to the seafront, see what's going on down there. I see the sea. We've made it down to the seafront. It was all hustle and bustle, and now it's gone completely quiet, tranquil. Completely polar opposites. It's a fascinating place. One thing I would say about Valletta is that it's not particularly flat, it's quite hilly. So if you have mobility issues or in a wheelchair, for example, it's probably not going to be that suitable. And especially when it's hot as well. That just makes it extra difficult. Right, they are still queuing to get in St John's Cathedral. So what we're going to do, me and Claire are going to come back separately for that one, because we do want to spend a little bit of time in there. It does look very impressive. We don't particularly want to miss out while we're here. So, before we leave, I'm just going to head up towards where the cannons are, which they actually fire at 12 o'clock each day. Obviously we're well past that now, but looks like it could be a decent little view up here as well.
Through those gates there. That's where they are.
It's lovely up here. Cruise ships in dock down there. I think one of them must be an MSC one, but obviously they've just disembarked for the day.
Sophia, kannst du mir Kleingeld geben? Ja, klar, Schatz. Ins Wasser.
I'd love to know whose yacht that is down there.
Mine.
You wish it was yours. I've got two. That area up the top there was absolutely stunning. And that view was fantastic. We're now going to make our way back to the bus, ready for that hour and a half journey back to Malta. Hopefully it's a little bit more bearable than the journey here, but we'll see. So that pretty much wraps up the main part of our trip here in Malta. But before we head home in the next day or two, I will give you a rundown of the British Airways experience, what it cost and what we got back by booking a holiday package through BA. And of course, a little summary of the holiday overall. So with that, I'm going to go and freshen up, get a shower and go and get some dinner, and I will see you in the next couple of days. You'll see me in the next 5 seconds. The last few days in Malta absolutely flew by, and I didn't get time to do the wrap up while we were there. So here we are at home, where I'm going to do it for you now. The first thing I'm going to go through is the cost breakdown. So what did we pay for 8 people for a British Airways all-inclusive holiday to Malta? And I've written it down just here. We paid a grand total of £12,828. If you divide that over 8 people, that comes in at just over £1,600 each. If you then divide that over 13 nights, that equates to £123.34 each, which when you think about it, isn't too bad, given that absolutely everything is included. And to be honest with you, you would pay that for probably a night at a Holiday Inn in this country. So in terms of BA themselves, I'd have no hesitation in booking another package holiday with them. Yes, it does feel a little bit more distance, I guess, and it's not as personal compared to some other operators, you could say, but that kind of suited us just fine. We're always happy to arrange our own activities, and as long as we've got a contact number, which we did and which we had, it worked perfectly well. The other 2 big reasons why I booked with BA again are the cost and the Avios which you get back in return. If you compare similar holidays with Jet2 or TUI, for instance, BA tend to come in a little bit cheaper. And don't just take my word for it on that. It is definitely worth checking it out for yourself. And then there's the Avios benefit. Now, Avios is essentially their air miles currency, and you do have to be a member of the BA club to be able to earn that, which is easy enough to do. It's free to join, and you actually don't even have to fly to be able to earn Avios, but that's for another video. And on this trip, we earned the equivalent of around £330 in Avios, which we'll put towards planning another holiday. So a combination of saving money up front and also earning back for things in the future, for future travel, in all honesty, just makes complete sense. As for the DB Seabank Hotel itself, really enjoyed the food, really enjoyed the location right by the beach. If I'm being honest though, I wasn't a huge fan of the pool area layout. It felt a little bit too crowded for my liking. And every so often, weirdly, there was a really strange smell that cropped up, which was a bit odd. And Ian and Georgia also mentioned that their room could do with a refresh, and they didn't have the same, or the newer TVs, I should say, that we had. Overall, it's definitely a popular and well-regarded resort, and I can see why people absolutely love it. However, for us personally, it's probably not one that we'd return to. So there you have it. That brings us to the end of the video. Please do consider subscribing to the channel and dropping a like if you found this video useful. And if there's enough interest, I'll actually put together a separate video about Avios and the British Airways American Express card and show you how we save money on the trips that we take. And with that, all that leaves me to say is thank you very much again for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.